In this game, black is Takemiya Masaki and white is Koichi Kobayashi. In this game, the highlight is actually throughout the game. You can see fights happening everywhere, black applying pressure everywhere. So it is a pretty good game. And white approaches the corner first. Black answers with the one spacer. Usually white will play something over here or over here, but Kobayashi Koichi likes this very extra solid move. Now it's black's turn to approach a corner. Now if white plays this, then black can really comfortably get a great moyo thing going on. And of course, white doesn't want black to be happy. So white approaches the corner, pincers the stone, and black goes for the double approach. White attaches, actually leans on this stone, and this is a joseki, very common joseki. But when black extends into the corner, usually we play this, right? But in this game, Kobayashi plays another variation. From here, black gets into the corner, white forms a tiger's mouth to control the stone, and usually black would place something over here to secure the corner. But in this game, black extends up to cut the connection of this white stone. White harness over here, and black harness back. And white cuts the connection. From here, usually black would play this kind of tiger's mouth to secure this cutting point, but in this game, Takemiya plays this solid connection, and you will see why later. And now, white extends up, and black extends, and white immediately approaches this corner. If you are black, where would you play? If you're thinking these kind of moves, then you're too passive. Takemiya Masaki splits again, keeping up with the pressure. And now white Kosumi is out. In this situation, we can see why black played this solid connection. If black played this move, then later on, if black wants to cut the connection, then black plays this. But white connecting up is an Atari, so black has to answer it, and white can connect everything up. But since black played this solid connection, when white connects up, black can cut the connection. So that is a huge plus. When white played this Kosumi, black turns around and applies pressure on this stone. Black is literally applying pressure everywhere. White, of course, doesn't want to get this stone too hurt or dead, so white pulls out. Black harness, applying even more pressure, and white cuts the connection, and black knows white cannot Atari this stone, so black pulls back this stone. What happens if white Ataris? Then black is going to come out. When white Ataris again, black comes out. If white extends over here, because of this cutting point, black can first exchange over here, and we got a ladder. White is captured. In this situation, white can't really play this one too, because black can Atari first, and when white connects, black just makes a turn, and black got a huge corner. So white cannot be happy with that too, right? Since white cannot Atari this black stone, white pulls out this stone from this side to get something in the middle and probably capture these black stones. And Takemiya Masaki connects up, trying to split these two white groups. And white plays over here, and black jumps, and white plays this Kosumi. This Kosumi is trying to capture these three black stones, and also, if the capturing thing fails for white, white can also attach over here, and white is not going to die. So this is a very solid move that you should learn. From here, these three black stones are very important. They are vital stones, so Takemiya needs to save them. So comes out from here. If white harness from outside, black can extend, and there are too many cutting points. So white cuts the connection, black cuts the connection too. When white attaries, black pulls out this stone, white comes out too. Black pulls out, white comes out, and black hanes, white cuts, and now we have a fight. Black attaries, white extends, and black solidly connects up, and now white attaries over here. Black, instead of immediately pulling out this stone, black plays this Kosumi trying to capture these white stones. If you look at these white stones, the shapes are garbage, so you can't really expect them to make it out alive. Now it's white's move, and white plays this attachment to try to live in the corner. And black hanes, and when white hanes back, black surprisingly plays away from here and pulls out this stone. Since the latter doesn't work for white, white has no choice but to play this thing, and black pulls out this stone. Now we got cutting point over here, so white plays over here, and black forms a tiger's mouth to keep applying pressure on these white stones. If you look at this, white has 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of stones that are not completely alive. At this point, if white wants to save the corner, then white should play this thing. But black, instead of answering it, is going to play something over here. If white wants to be alive, then white gotta play these kind of things. But the thing is, when white plays over here, black is going to extend this stone. If you look at this picture, white has a cut Atari over here, and another Atari over here, and a cut over here. This is gonna be a very difficult game for white, and if white doesn't be careful, this whole thing just might die. Kobayashi is worried about the life and death about these white stones, so he plays this tiger's mouth, and black Atari's this stone. When white extends, black captures this stone, and white Atari's, black connects up. This way, black took the corner, and these white stones are now dead. At this point, black is leading by points by a lot. But Kobayashi Koichi still has his plans. He is trying to use these seemingly dead stones to apply pressure on these black stones. White push, black blocks, and white cannot hane because black has this Kosumi over here. Even if white plays this, all black gotta do is just connect up, and white connects up over here. Black plays here. When white plays over here, black can play this to get into a capturing race, and white is not gonna make it. Since white cannot immediately hane over here, white plays a very cool move, which is, can you guess it? This one. If black plays this move, then white can play over here. When black connects up, white can try to go out, and black cannot play this cut because white is going to Atari. If black connects up, white is going to be able to capture all these stones, and everything is going to be connected, and black got these garbage stones out of nowhere. Since black cannot turn from the outside, black decides to let white go. From here, when white Ataris, black connects. If white captures this stone, then black can actually completely lock white inside. So white doesn't want that and comes out from here. At this point, black cannot take this stone because white is going to Atari over here. If black connects up, everything gets captured. Since black cannot capture this stone, black tries to come out, and white captures this stone. This way, white is going to be able to come out just fine. Now black Ataris this stone and tries to cut the connection. White connects up, and black forms two tiger's mouths to secure the cutting points over here. And white, instead of immediately pulling back this stone, white first Ataris these black stones. when black captures these two white stones, instead of, again, pulling back this stone, white jumps up. This is saying if you capture this white stone, then I'm going to pull out these stones and attack these black stones in the middle. Black makes a two-space jump, and white, instead of simply jumping like this, white is worried about black hanaing over here because there are some eye space issues we got going over here. So white needs to make sure these white stones are not going to die. But if white Ataris this stone, although white is going to be alive, this is a gote. White wants something even more active and attaches over here. When black harness, white pulls back and black extends. This way, white has the sente at the end and white pulls back this stone. This way, these black stones are isolated and probably going to die, right? How are they going to make it? If these black stones die, then white has too much points. So black needs to come out. From here, white caps these stones and black forms a small knight and white plays this, what do you call it? Two-space extension. And this picture is a really good example of attack for profit. While you're attacking your opponents, you are getting stones everywhere. First, you're solidifying some of your points, and second, you are growing a moyo. That is a really great example of attack for profit. From here, we're gonna see what we call the zombie style. Black, this stone is pretty much dead. But as soon as Takemiya plays this, now that is what we call undead. We can't be sure if that's completely dead. If white pulls back like this, then this stone, you can see that is getting isolated and getting all the connections cut off. That is very sad. So white comes back and tries to connect back. Now, like Atari's, this stone, when white connects, black connects over here. White makes sure there are no problems with the connection and black cuts over here. White Atari's this stone and these stones are dying. But let's take a look at what happens next. Black pulls out this stone. If white blocks from this side, then black can play this Atari. When white extends, another Atari. When white captures these two black stones, black can play over here. When white connects, black can jump out. If white plays away or plays something else and let black play this move, the liberty is too tight. So white has no choice but to spend another move over here, which means black can come back and approach that corner and grab some points on this side of the board. Although these black stones are dying, but they're not necessarily completely dying because black can still use it to get some stones in the middle. On top of that, black can also sneak in this move and this whole thing is not alive. Because of that variation, when black extends over here, white cannot block from the corner. White needs to block from outside. Black makes a turn and white plays over here. Black Ataris these two white stones. White spends a move outside to make sure there are no connection issues, and black captures these two white stones. That is also an Atari to these white stones, so white spends a move over here, and black got these stones connected back. At this point, although black got some extra points over here and saved some of the seemingly dead stones, but this is still a problem. But it's not a problem for Takemiya Masaki. He jumps out like this. It seems like there is this cutting point problem, right? And Kobayashi sees it too. White plays over here. Black extends. When white pushes in, black, instead of connecting over here, black connects over here. and white cannot play this push. If white plays this move, then black is going to try to connect back. If white cuts the connection, then we have this nasty Kosumi. If white connects over here, then of course everything is going to get connected back and all these white stones are going to die. So white has no choice but to connect from here. And when black plays this, if white plays this thing, then black can Atari. If white connects, and that's still going to die, so everything is going to get connected, no problem. Since white cannot push and cut, white comes back to secure the cutting points over here. Black makes an exchange first. And if you look at this picture, although black got to come out, but black is still dying. You see, black has no eyes whatsoever. But still, not a problem for black. Takemiya Masaki plays the legendary 5-5 point shoulder hit. This move is saying, whichever way you crawl, I'm going to crawl the other way to make sure my groups of stones are not going to die. And on top of that, if you don't be careful, this white group still doesn't have any eyes. So this is also cutting the connection of white stones. White first crawls over here, black extends, white solidly makes a turn, and black jumps. With the next move, black can completely lock white inside and try to capture these white stones. So white has no choice but to come out this way, and black plays this Hane. Now we can see a Hane over here, but Kobayashi doesn't really want to play it because as soon as white Hanes, black can crawl, extend, and there is one eye, and white needs to crawl one more time. And at this point, there is a chance of black playing this to forcefully cut off the connection. That can be very painful. So Kobayashi, instead of making a turn over here, jumps just to get some extra points. Black plays this move, white extends to get a lot of points on the side of the board, and black extends over here. In this game, as long as this group doesn't die, black has a lot of points, so Takemiya is going to win by points, which means white has no choice but to really abuse these black stones. White plays this Kosumi to erase one eye, and black plays this seemingly weird move, but this is also a very aggressive move because this is saying if you don't play, I'm going to play over here and cut your connection. If white harness, then black is going to form this bamboo joint. When white plays over here, how do you cut the connection? Very cool move over here. When black plays over here, white can Atari, but as soon as black connects, there are two cutting points. Something is going to die. Even if white Ataris this stone, black is going to forcefully cut off the connection this way. That's why when black plays this move, white plays one space jump / Kosumi to make sure the connection is proper. And black slides into the corner, white attaches, black first pokes over here, white connects, black pulls back, white pulls back, black forms a tiger's mouth to get some eyes over there, white plays over here, black connects up, white plays over here, black connects up, and at this point, white can see that there's no way black is gonna die. So Kobayashi Koichi resigned at this point. I think this is a very interesting game because black is constantly cutting the connection, applying pressure, and even using this zombie style on this part of the board to get some extra profits, while black has this dying stone over here. I think it's a really intense game. I like it. How about you? Please let me know in the comment section. And let me know if you like Takemiya Masaki or someone else. I am going to film whoever you like. So see you next time.